Hello everyone, my name is Killer Chicken. I'm back with another video. Today I will be reviewing this new 2019 LEGO Star Wars Escape Pod vs. Dewback Microfighters. This is set number 75228, ages 6 and up, and has 177 pieces for, I believe, $19.99 in the US. And I got this a few bucks cheaper because I go to Walmart. So yeah, if you want to get this a few bucks cheaper for maybe like $16, $17, then Walmart should probably have that price. I've said this before, I'm not a very big Microfighters guy, but what I do like about the Microfighters is a lot of times they have very, very good minifigures, and this in particular has this new Sand Trooper, and he's got the new helmet mold. I really wanted to get this guy because I love his pauldron. I love just the overall look of this Sand Trooper. I've never gotten a Sand Trooper before, so that's definitely one of the reasons why I got this. I also do not have a C-3PO, so that will be fun to get, and you know, it's another R2-D2. I'm starting to get a lot of these R2-D2s. So yeah, anyway, like I've said before in these kind of set reviews, I really love the box art. There's just a lot of pieces that you can recognize, like there is an R2-D2 leg. There's just a lot of detail that went into this box design for the 2019, which I think is really good. Yeah, you can see some C-3PO heads down there, and I believe on one of them I was able to see like BB-8 heads. But yeah, on the back you can see the rest of the Microfighters in this wave, and you can just see some of the features. For Dewback, this Dewback is not a lot smaller than the actual Dewback. I think I'm going to talk about that in the review, but yeah, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and build this up, and then we can review it. So the set comes with 2 instruction books, and the book number 1 is the only one that has the little QR code for the LEGO Life app, and it would have been cool if they had a picture of each build for each book. So like this one would have a picture of the droid escape pod, and then this one would have a picture of the Dewback, but instead they have just both. So that would have been cool. In the back of this one has the piece counts and then the minifigures to the sets, and then this one has the set pictures. So yeah. So here's the set all built up. Let's take a close look at those minifigures. With C-3PO, this is a pretty great minifigure. He's got some nice torso printing, hip printing, and some leg printing. So he's pretty detailed altogether, and a little bit of printing on his face for the eyes. He has a base color of gold, which is all gold, so it's not like this hand or anything is a different color, because sometimes they do that if the character has like silver arms, they give him like gray hands. So it's nice to see that his hands are actually gold as well. Coming around to the back, he's got some nice printing with the little colorful wires down there. Overall, just a really good minifigure, and I'm really glad to have a C-3PO now. Next we have R2-D2, which he's nothing new at all. As you can see, he's got some great head printing. I'm glad to see that nothing is uneven or wonky looking. He's got some good front printing, but no back printing yet, which would be great if LEGO did that, just to kind of round off the character. I would also really like it, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would really like it, if there was one new little molded piece that they could stick down under there and give him a third leg. So that would be a great step up for this character. Look, sir, droid. You know, it'd be cool if we got like a washer piece, because we've gotten studs with holes in them, but what if we got like just a 1x1 smooth tile with a hole? That would make a perfect like washer. It shouldn't be too hard to do, right? And now for probably the main reason I got this set. This is a Sand Trooper, but he does indeed have this new dual molded Stormtrooper head. Now there was some mixed opinions on how people liked this helmet. Some people thought it looked weird. I, for one, really appreciate the amount of detail and just the overall dual molding that went into the creation of this helmet, and I really like it. Even though it looks a little bit different, or just something about it seemed a little bit off, it's still really good. It does not turn, like, at all. You can get that much movement out of it, but if you want to, like, turn it sideways, then you have to pop it off, and it just floats in the air, and that's going to be pretty weird. So because he's a sand trooper, he's got a lot of dust printing all over his face, torso, and legs, and he's got that little extra cartridge of stuff. Coming around to the back, he does have a backpack, probably with some supplies to keep him alive in the desert. He also has a stick, maybe to either for walking, and it's a walking stick, or for slapping the Dewback if it's going too slow. He's also got a cool little white binocular. Here's the Stormtrooper without everything on, and honestly does not look very bad at all. I honestly kind of prefer this than to the bulky look. He also has this pauldron, which is pretty nice. You don't really get these very often, but he also comes with a blaster. It's like a long sniper rifle, which you're able to hook onto the Dewback, and I'll show you that pretty soon. As for the Microfighter builds themselves, we're going to take a look at the droid pod first. It's very recognizable. It does the vehicle justice and what it looks like. It's probably a little bit taller than it actually was, and a little bit skinnier, but you know, it's a Microfighter and there's not a lot that you can do. Plus they were trying to find a way to fit both of the droids on, which they did a pretty good job with this 1x2 jumper on the back, just to connect little R2-D2 right here, and I'm sure you've already seen it. C-3PO fits in right there. As you can see on the side, they're using this minifigure roller skate piece like a lot with these little vehicle things. Like apparently they're really good greebling or whatever. Tip is pretty good with this kind of R2-D2-esque looking head piece. And on the back, the thrusters are pretty cool with the nice translucent orange glow. And yeah, it's a pretty good looking build, and they have a smooth tile on the bottom for you to just be able to swoosh it around. It's actually pretty fun to play around with. And yeah, there's really not much else to say about this. We can move on to the other build. And that being the little Dewback. And honestly, this is not that much smaller than the actual Dewback would be. So this is kind of funny to see in like comparison to, say, a Microfighter of a Star Destroyer, where there's just that drastic difference between those two, when this is just like a smaller Dewback, when it could probably be like a child Dewback. But anyway, looking at the build, as you can see, we've got like some nice brown pieces to make a saddle looking thing. And then as for the legs, using these like inverted slope pieces, they're able to execute a very good looking walk. Like with these, this leg is back, this leg is forward, this leg is forward, and that leg is back. It's such a simple technique, but they executed it really well, and it just looks good. They use these kind of micro teeth in sand color, and I think that looks really good. It's a really cool piece to get. Over here, they've got clips right here for you to put the Stormtrooper's long sniper rifle right there. And I guess you could clip his like his binoculars or his stick right there, and we can connect him right over here. So yeah, that's what he looks like on top. They use this cool new kind of 2x3 double jumper or whatever, and that works pretty well. The face looks pretty good with those little two studs representing the nostrils and these nice little eyeball pieces. It's just overall a really good shaped and recognizable head. And the tail is built pretty well too, and it's able to flex around on this mini ball joint, and yeah, looks pretty good. I really love getting this many sand green colored bricks, because it's not that common of a color, so yeah, it's pretty great. I think that's pretty much it. We can head out to the end of this video. So when I first heard about this being a potential set, like a rumor, I was kind of in disbelief. Just the fact that they would make an animal a Microfighter, and just such a small vehicle in general, a Microfighter, it just seemed a little bit off. But now that I have it in hand, I feel like it is a good idea. And just to get these kind of recognizable little animals, and they're really not that off of scale. So I also think that there was a rumor going around about like a Skyhopper versus what is it, a bantha? Yeah, a bantha versus skyhopper with like a pilot and a Tusken Raider. So honestly, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. This would be the first time that we'd ever get a bantha, and a little skyhopper thing is a pretty cool little vehicle. So I'm excited to see what they could do with that, and honestly, I guess this is cool. It's a nice way to get some nice minifigures, especially that guy, and I'm gonna welcome it. So LEGO can go ahead and make some other ones, and I will be okay with it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't yet, so you can stay up to date on my videos that I'll be posting. Also, click the bell icon to get a notification every time I post a video. And yeah, I also want to remind you guys, once I get to 100 subscribers, I'll be doing a complete LEGO tour and a LEGO collection tour, and I think you guys are going to like that. So, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.